going on, guys? It's your boy RBLXAang here, and today I'm back for another Roblox scripting tutorial. And today I'm actually going to be doing something. It's considered easy for me, but it may be a little bit advanced for other people. But today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create your own custom loading screen version 2. It's going to be good. But before I do that, I want to apologize for not uploading Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or on Monday. I was gone camping, and actually I got home Monday, but I was too tired to record, so I decided, okay, I'll just wake up early tomorrow, and I'll go ahead and record then. So that's what I'm doing, recording early in the morning for you guys. Probably gonna wake up my sister, but I'm just sorry, okay? Anyways, let's go ahead and get onto this. So as I told you just a little bit ago, or if you couldn't have told by my title or my banger thumbnail, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a version 2 of a custom loading screen, alright? And I purposely don't have a GUI because I'm going to be designing it for you guys on screen, just so you guys can see how I design stuff, alright? So, the first thing we're going to do is insert a screen GUI into starter GUI. I'm going to go ahead and rename it intro GUI. Sorry if I call it GUI, but it's just, it's a habit. It's really called GUI, but it's a habit of mine to call it GUI. Alright? So inside the GUI here, we're going to insert a frame. We're going to name it back frame because that's what I always do. Then, okay, let's see. I want to make sure that it fits the whole screen. So, oops, okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, make sure that this is, make sure that this is 0 and that's 0. And then I'm going to change that to 1 and that to 1. What that does is it fills the whole screen, okay? I'm going to change the background color to black. Let's see. I think that's it. Yes, that is it. Okay, so that's it for that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a image label. I'm going to name that, well, there goes my image label. Image label v2. I'm going to rename it logo. I'm going to go ahead, what size do I want to make it? Do I like a 300 by 300? Yeah, okay. So I made it 300 by 300. Really quick, I'm going to change the background transparency to 1. Even though it may not look like it affects anything, it will when I actually upload the correct image, right? But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it positioned into the very center of the screen, alright? So to do that, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say 0.5. I'm actually going to put 0.5 in both X and Y tables for position. First values for each. And then on the second value for each, I'm going to put negative 150. And basically what I'm doing here is I'm taking this size right here, I'm cutting it in half, and then multiplying it by a negative 1. So the end product is 150, or negative 150. So it will reset it into its proper position. And there you go. That's how it is, alright? Now, quickly, I'm going to get a, why? Okay, let me try this again. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to get the ID from this decal. It's 471752936. Again, 471752936. Alright, go ahead and copy that. I'm going to go ahead and delete the decal. I only needed the ID. And I'm going to go to the image label. I'm going to go down to image right here and change the ID from 133293265 to 471752936. And bam, there we go. So that is a Roblox Empire picture. The only reason I'm doing it is because that's the group I'm in. That's what I'm kind of focused on Roblox, rather than scripting tutorials. You guys should definitely join. It's a good group. Yeah, so let us go ahead and continue. We're going to insert a text label. I'm going to rename it message because I can. Background transparency 1, size 300 by 75. Oh, okay. 300 by 75. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this game is brought to you by ... Text color, why not make it a red? Actually, I forgot to do position. I'm gonna do a -100. Right? Okay. So, oops. Okay. Size, I'll make it a 60. Why not? And you know I love my source sounds light, so I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna go ahead and put some text stroke stuff on it to make it a little bit easier to read against the black. There we go. So that's basically going to be what shows up when you join the game. But now we have to go back, go to message, go to text transparency, change it to 1. Go to the image label, image transparency, 1. Background transparency, 1. Oh my! Well, that's what I get for advertising. Join RBLXAang Empire, my friends. Alright, so now that we have that, we are ready to begin scripting. So, what we're going to do is we're going to insert a script, better known as server script, and we're going to insert it into the intro GUI, that screen GUI. Delete print hello world because we don't need it. And then I'm going to go ahead and define some variables. So what variables am I going to need? I think the only ones I'm going to need are, okay, so intro equals script.parent. I'll say local bf equals intro, wait for child, backframe, local logo equals bf wait for child logo, and then last one is local message equals logo wait for child message. Alright, so we have variables here, just defining parts of the GUI so that I can access them easier. I'm actually going to rename the script. I'm going to name it custom loading screen version 2, v2, same thing. Alright, going to go ahead and draw a hyphen line because I like to keep it pretty. Under the hyphen line, I'm going to say bf.visible equals true, okay, and then draw another hyphen line. So basically what's happening is I'm just saying that the back frame is going to be visible. Oh. Let me check my output. Huh. That's odd. Normally works. Oh, you know what? That's why. My bad. I shouldn't have changed that to 0. And I'm going to make sure that visible is false. So now, when we join, there we go. Okay. See, I knew it doesn't work. So, make sure that your background transparency for your back frame is actually 0 and visible equals false. I forgot to do that. My bad, guys. But let's go ahead and continue, alright? So now we're going to be using a generic for loop. If you've never used one of these before, then it'll probably be kind of advanced for you. But don't worry, that's why I'm here, okay? So, the for loop that we're going to be using takes 3 parameters. Start number, end number, increment, alright? So let me show you the syntax, which is basically how it's supposed to be written. So, we're going to say for, and then you're going to say, it can be really any letter. It's supposed to be a letter, because if I put 5, it's going to underline it. So, I'd just like to say for I, because I like to use I a lot. For I equals, and then start number, so let's say 1, then end number 0, then increment, okay, 0.01, and then do, alright, and then hit enter, and you should get an end, but if you don't, you'll have to write it yourself. But basically what we're saying is for I, so we're creating a variable called I that in this case I can only be accessed in this for loop because we're only creating it for the for loop. We don't have it up here. But for I equals 1, so our starting number is 1, and then our ending number is 0, and then our increment number is negative 0.01, and we're going to do. So basically what happens is it will go and run this code, and it will run it through for I every number. So it'll say for I equals 1, and then you're going to go through the code and pretend like I is 1, alright? And then once you've completed the code, it'll subtract the increment. So it would be 0.99. And it goes through the code like I is 0.99, not 1, okay? And then once you've completed it, it will subtract it again, and it's only subtracting because we set it as a negative number, okay? And it will go through as 98, then 97, 96, 95, all the way down until it reaches 0, okay? So, just know that if your starting number is bigger than your ending number, then your increment should really be subtraction, or else it'll continue to go on forever and ever and ever, and that's not what we want, alright? So what we're going to do is we're going to fade in. So this is a technique of fading. So we're going to fade in the message first, and then we're going to fade in the logo. And what we're going to do is actually make 2 separate for loops for that. So this is the first one, and what we're going to say is message.textTransparency equals I. So remember, it will go through I equals 1, so the message text transparency is going to be 1. Then it'll go through and it'll say that the text transparency is 99, then 98, then 97, and then 96, 95, all the way down until it gets to 0. Alright? Now, if we were to do that, I'm going to go ahead and add a wait 01 so it doesn't go too fast and crash. If we do that, watch, we already have our text stroke. And so it kind of gives away what we're going to say. So we don't want to do that. So how we're going to change that is we're going to say message.textStrokeTransparency, and we're going to say that's equal to I as well. So now they're synchronized, or they're in unison, and they will fade in at the same rate. So there we go. So it kind of starts off as a really bright white, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's bright. But then it fades into like a white-red combo. You're like, oh, okay. Alright. So we have that. I'm going to draw a hyphen line just for looks, and then I'm going to create another one. Oh yeah, really quickly, I put this weight 0.01 there. I suggest if you want to have it take only 1 second long, because if my calculations are correct as a math nerd, pretend like I have glasses or something. If you have the wait time as your increment, then it should take exactly 1 second. But I can't be sure. I haven't tested it, so my hypothesis has not been tested, so it can't be confirmed. But that's also to make sure that it doesn't, go super fast and crash. We don't want that to happen, and that kind of looks bad in your game, for whatever you're creating. But let's go ahead and continue. All right. So next we're going to say for I equals 1, 0, negative 0.01, do, so the same syntax, except this time we're going to say logo.image transparency equals I, and we're going to await our increment, which is 0.01. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and draw another hyphen line, just like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at this and see what happens. So this game is brought to you by RBLXAang Empire. There we go, see? So it fades in. But, and I purposely waited to say that, make it more dramatic, but we want it to go away. Because it gets annoying if it's just there, and it just sits there, and it does nothing. Okay? That's really annoying. So, we're going to, first of all, we're going to put a wait 5 just so that whoever is joining can read what it says and kind of, take a look at what's happening. And then we're going to take our for syntax from up top, where it says for I equals 1, 0, negative 0.01, and we're going to reverse the numbers. So we're going to say for I equals 0, 1, 0.01, do. So remember, we're going to start at 0 because that's where we ended up here. We're going to go all the way back up to 1, so that's completely invisible. And we're going to climb there by 100th each time. And because our start number is lower than our end number, we're going to be increasing. So it's going to be a positive number, okay? So what we're going to say is message dot text transparency equals I, message dot text stroke transparency equals I, and logo dot image transparency equals I, and then oops, I'm gonna say weight 0 or well increment, so 0.01. Oops. All right, so let's go ahead and test this out. So it fades in with the text, and then our logo fades in. We're gonna just kind of wait 5 seconds and do nothing really, just kind of look at it, and then it will fade out all together until it's completely invisible. And then we just have the back frame left, so that's going to be the same as this. So it's just going to be well, hold on, let me make my hyphen line. Okay, so it's going to be for I equals 0, 1, 0.01 do, but this time we're going to say bf.background transparency. We're going to say that is equal to I, and we're going to wait our increment, which is 0.01. And then just to be safe here, what we're going to want to do is say bf.visible equals false. So just to make sure that it completely goes away and it's not going to annoy the player while he or she is playing their game, right? And that's actually the end of the code. That's it, you know? It fades in the text, fades in the picture, and once it has faded in both text and the picture, we're going to wait 5 seconds, just kind of take in the awesomeness that it is, and then it'll start to fade out, and then the back frame will fade, and then there we go. And as you can see, we haven't done anything to our camera subject, we haven't done anything to our player physically, so it's all good. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Roblox scripting tutorials. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I'm going to start uploading again, as well as school is starting for me soon, so I have that to worry about too. I actually want to do good this year, so that's going to be a little problem, but I won't let it get in the way of, you know, I guess I don't really want to call it a career because I'm not doing this as a career, but I don't want to have it get in the way of my fun time doing YouTube. Also, thank you for like 20 subscribers and 250 views already. Like, already. I've only had my channel up for like 2 weeks. I already have 20 subscribers and 250 views. That means so much to me, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. By the way, I've been thinking of calling you guys benders, but I'm not sure. So, if you think that there's like something that you would like me to call you guys, like Rice Gum, he has Rice Squad. He has lamps. You know, things like that. If there's anything you guys want me to call you like that, leave it in the comments below. I read all comments. And speaking of comments, if you guys want anything specially done, put that in the comments as well. Again, I read all comments. If this video helped you, leave a like, and go ahead and subscribe if you want more videos and you want to support the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a very nice day, and I will see you guys later. Peace!